Welcome to Driven Plus and welcome to another episode of Living Legends. And today we've got something truly spectacular lined up for you, and that is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution V. Born in 1992, the Evolution series is up there with the best series to come from Japan. Well, nothing topping Takeshi's Castle, of course, but boy oh boy, I've been looking forward to this one. Just the stance about it, you look at it and you just know this car was built for a reason. I just love the way this thing looks. But before I get started, let me remind you of the history of the Lancer Evolution. The Lancer made its first appearance in the WRC in 1993 at the Monte Carlo Rally, which was driven by Armin Schwarz and Kenneth Eriksson. Then, in the 1994 Monte Carlo Rally, the Evo 2 made its appearance with an unchanged lineup of drivers. (1995) saw the famous Evo 3, which debuted at the Corsica Rally, finishing second overall in the manufacturer's championship. And to commemorate his previous title successes, Mitsubishi produced a Tommy Mackinnon edition of the road version Lancer Evolution 4. But by the end of the 1995 season, the FIA regulations authorised WRC class cars to compete, which meant Mitsubishi didn't have to produce homologation cars, and they gave birth to the Lancer RS Evolution 4, which enabled a so-called Tommy Mackinnon to retain his WRC World Championship. In 1997, Mitsubishi gave birth to the Evo 5, this model right here. It was still a Group A car, but in order for it to classify as a Group A car, the FIA regulations state a minimum of 2,500 units must be produced. Well, they had no problems doing so, but the slight problem was, near enough all of them were reserved for the Japanese market, so UK, US customers, it was near enough impossible to get your hands on one, and if you wanted one, well, you had to import one, which is the story of this one here. A beautiful Japanese import. Just got to say today, many thanks to Nathan at INS Car Centre for lending us the car. This car is for sale, so if you are interested, take a look at their website and have a look at their advert. So this is the GSR model, so what do you get with that? Well, better Recaro racing seats. The alloys went from 16-inch to 17-inch to accommodate those Brembo 4-pot calipers. You got bigger injectors and the cam duration was increased. Let's have a look inside. Now, as you can see here, it sits on HKS coilovers, which has been done in Japan. It's had a more improved turbo fitted, which meant more torque, 380 newton meters. But yet, horsepower managed to stay the same at the gentleman's agreement, 280 horsepower. Yeah, right. On to the business end of the Evo 5. I love the fact that you've got a Japanese number plate on it. And yeah, this massive rear spoiler, which you cannot miss. Aluminium, and it is adjustable. Now, between the Evo 5 and the Evo 6, if you get rid of that, it's just an Evo 6, but it's just got the inner lights. And it's got a Kakimoto exhaust silencer, which has been upgraded in Japan. Even when you just sat at the traffic lights, it's like bum 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 bum. That exhaust is insane. Proper Japanese, this. So mechanical when you put it into gear as well. There's a lot of instant torque. It needs it for what it's being used for. It's got so much torque and so much drive. It's 5 gears, so with a shorter ratio, this is what you need. So I'm in third now. It's so strong. So nimble as well. Obviously mechanical 4-wheel drive, only weighs 1.3 tons, so it's a light car, but it needs to be. Rear biased as well, what you need in a rally car. That power is addicting. It really is. And I love the turbo blow-off sound as well. You really do get reminded that you are driving something special. Although it doesn't look anything special from the inside, it's made for one job only, and that's to put a smile on your face and be absolutely brilliant at what it's been made for, and that's to rally. And it is. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to take it on a gravel track and just drive at what it's been made for, but nowadays, cars like these, you have to preserve them, you have to look after them and drive them with respect. I just love the fact that this was born and bred in Japan. This used to drive the streets of Tokyo or wherever it came from. Even the white dials in the instrument display. It's even got a turbo gauge there, how much boost you're creating. It just goes so you don't need all this Apple CarPlay and all this technology. You just need a good place to be and a good manual gearbox. You put this round the corner, you'll do very well to unstick it, really will. And the sound. It sounds insane for a 2 litre 4-cylinder. This one has been tuned in Japan. It's running about 30 horsepower more than standard, so you're probably looking at around 300 brake horsepower-ish. So the figures are good. Put it this way, it'll gap a lot of cars on the market today. Now these in standard form, 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds, and it'll top out at around 160 miles per hour. There's no definite figures on them, but it's just so good in the corners. For a 4-wheel drive car, I've never had so much fun. And I just love the way you look into that mirror and you see this massive spoiler. The good thing is about this, it's a full-time 4-wheel drive system, proper mechanical, none of this Haldex stuff and 50-50. Full-time, so you can really chuck this and have full confidence in this car around the corners. And I have to mention the Subaru Impreza. It's like Tom and Jerry, you can't have one without the other. That rivalry made both cars what they are today, because each manufacturer pushed each other to the limit. And we must be thankful that we've seen a Subaru versus Evo in its day. It's just a legendary rivalry. You know what, I've never really been into rally cars, but as an enthusiast, you do appreciate what this car is. And that's a true icon. Even the indicator stalk is on the right side of the steering column. That's Japanese for you. It just makes sense, doesn't it, to have it on the right side. You can just drive with one hand then. Not supposed to, I didn't say that. Let's put it through some corners, see what it's about. Oh my god, the grip is insane. That's so strong, that engine. This thing's fast. All the way to 7,000 RPM. Oh, this is where it comes alive. I didn't know what I expected of this today, but it's far exceeded my expectations. This car is an absolute beast. You can see it does die off around after 60 miles per hour, yes, but from 0 to 60 you've got good torque, you've got good power, it feels like all the power is there. Maybe after that it does die down a little bit, but I haven't gone that fast to tell today, so yeah. It just doesn't ungrip. Just doesn't unstick, this thing. Bloody hell. Mechanical 4-wheel drive makes so much more sense in terms of grip. Just so much more of it. as opposed to the X-Drive and Quattros of today, I won't put it in a corner and get that much grip from what this gives me. Thank you for watching another episode of Living Legends. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe our video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.